So, good morning. First year Bcom Computer Applications, Semester 1, Unit 2, and first year BA Computer Applications, Semester 1, Unit 1. So, different memories. Today's concept is memories and storage devices. We are going to discuss about various types of different types of memories, how memories are used, different types of memories, their characteristics, features, applications, and functions and functionalities, and storage devices and storage units. Similarly, what are primary memories, what are secondary memories, what is main memory, and different categories of memories. All these things we are going to explain with some PPT. So, memory and storage, or memory and storage devices, today's concept. So, semiconductor memories, generally memories are built with some type of chips called semiconductor memory, or something some electronic chips like ICs. So, generally these memories are electronic and electrical and electronic components. They are used to capable to store a single digit of information. A single digit, it is called as a single digit, it is called as bit or a binary digit. Bit or a binary digit. What is a bit or a binary digit? Bit means binary digit, either 0 or 1. In electrical and electronic terms, a current flows through a device, or current flows through a chip, is called as is generally represented as bit 0. That is, it is also called as yes, or it is also called as true, or it is also called as represented as with some 0, and all non-zero values, means other than zeros, are represented with, means other than 0, all non-zero values are represented with false, represented as false, or no current, or simply no. In binary, it is binary form, it is 1. So, this is the electrical so all the electrical devices are in two stages. First one is passing electricity and without passing electricity. So, generally memories are represented with units of binary data, are represented with binary data. It is called as a bit, nibble, and byte. Bit means it is 0 and 1. A collection of 4 bits is called as nibble, and collection of 8 bits is called as a byte. A byte is a collection of 8 different bits, or a combination of zeros and ones. So, every character in a computer is represented with a 8-bit character. Every character means every alphabet, digits, special symbols, function keys, and every digit, everything is represented with a 8-bit code. It is also called as an ASCII code, or it is called as a byte of information. A single binary bit is stored in memory cell. An organized group of cells is called as an array. So, generally in internal memory or inside a computer memory, the data or information is generally stored in continuous series or collection of bits to represent various data or information like characters, programs, like that. A group of cells, and every cell is used to store either a 0 or 1. Generally cells are used to store or used to kept 0 or 1. A group of cells is called as an array, and these cells are called as memory cells. These cells are represented are called as memory cells, and every memory cell have a unique address in it, to identify it. Why addresses are needed means to read from memory or data or internal memory of a computer, or to write into it, or to update it, or to read write, or to delete, or to erase some memory contents like that. We may generally require address of the each cell, so that is called as the memory address. So memory cells are organized by columns and rows. A single unit of data occupies one row and a number of columns of cells. 8 columns for a byte of data, 16 columns for a word, and 32 columns like that. So generally a collection of 8 bits is called as a word, a single character, and 16 columns are 2 bytes. 2 bytes is called as a word. 2 bytes is called as a word in memory representation. So the location of a unit of data is called as the address. The number of units that can be stored in a memory is the memory capacity. So generally every memory have a unique memory address or address of the memory. By using this memory only, we may get or access the contents of the memory inside the internal memory. Generally the number of units that can be stored in a memory is the memory capacity. So the memory capacity is represented with its number of cells used to build it. So there are many types of memories are available. Different categories of memories are available. Basically they are called as primary memory and secondary memories. Basically they are called as a primary memory and a secondary memory. Similarly main memory, it is some type of memory is also called as main memories, and secondary memory is also called as auxiliary memory or secondary memory, like that. So main memory is the main unit of a computer. It is also called as the primary memory. It is also called as a primary memory. Generally primary memory is a high speed memories, generally used to store all the data and the information to be executed in a computer, and generally all the programs, application programs, softwares, temporary data or intermediate data, all these things are generally used to store in a computer. And the main memory of a computer is also called as a RAM, random access memory. The main memory of a computer is also called as a RAM, random access memory. What is random access memory means? To load, to store and data and information in a random manner. Random manner means not in a continuous manner. Not in a continuous manner. If the data or information is stored in a continuous manner, it is called as a static memory. Whereas the data or information is taken or stored in from different locations, it is called as a random memory, by using random addresses, by picking and using random addresses from the internal memory. So memories are basically two types, primary memory and secondary memory. So basically memories are two types, primary memory and secondary memory or auxiliary memory. Primary memory is also called as the main memory of a computer, and it is very high speed memory, very costly, and limited memory. Limited memory means very high speed memory, means it is directly connected to the CPU or a central processing unit or a processor of a computer to store data or information, intermediate data or information while running the programs and applications and softwares. And it is very high speed and very costly. Very costly means the generally the 2 GB RAM, 2 GB internal RAM is generally it costs 2000. Generally the RAMs are available in various sizes like 2 GB, 4 GB, 8 GB, 16 GB, 32 GB, 64 GB like that, and they are very costly, high speed, and directly connected to the central processing unit or CPU of a computer. They are also called as main memory of a computer or primary memory of a computer, and these are also called as temporary memories. Main memory or RAMs are also called as temporary memories. Why temporary memory means? Temporary memory means whenever the power is switched off, all the data or information will be erased or gone. Whenever the power is switched off, or all the data, information, programs available are stored in the main memory or a primary memory is gone. So why primary memories are required, and when which type of data are generally used to store in primary memories? So all the programs, data, information, temporary data and application programs, softwares are generally used to store in main memory of a computer or primary memory of a computer. It is a temporary memory, also called as a volatile memory. Volatile means temporary, and these memories are very costly, very high speed, costly, limited means available in very small amounts. Limited memories means available in small amounts only, like 2 GB, 4 GB, 8 GB, like that, 64 GB, 32 GB like that, and these are directly connected to the CPU or a central processing unit of a computer. Generally memories or memory cells, it is an electronic cell used to store some data or information in it, and having some circuits, they generally have some chips or circuits or like that. So RAM or random access memory is high speed memories. Again, RAMs are two types, dynamic RAM and static RAM. Static RAM is generally stored in continuous sequence manner, and dynamic RAM is stored in dynamically manner. So in static RAM, the data or information is stored in continuous memory locations. Again, static RAMs are different types, like synchronous and asynchronous, like that, SDRAM, DDRAM, like that, and dynamic RAMs are again different types. If DDO RAM, they can be used in various hardware environments. So read-only memories, generally read-only memory is also called as primary memory or main memory of a computer. Main memory of a computer, there are different types of memories, read-only ROMs or primary memories are there. So why we use ROMs? means generally primary memory or main memories are generally used to store all the programs, softwares, and temporary values and intermediate values during execution of the program. So whenever you run a program like application like MS Word, the data or information related to all is generally stored in main memory or primary memory or ROM. Why? Because it is very high speed memory and directly connected or communicated with the processor or communicated with the temporary registers of CPU or control unit and secondary storage and main memory internal memory or main memory is also communicated or interacted with secondary storage or secondary memory also, so to save data or information or programs into secondary devices permanently. So the ROM or main memory or a primary memory is a temporary memory. It is also called as volatile memory. So there are different types of ROM or read-only memories are available. First one is mask ROM, programmable, programmable. PROM means programmable read-only memory, erasable programmable read-only memory, EEPROM, and ultraviolet UV-PROM, and like that. So generally we may use PROM, PROM and EEPROM only. So what is PROM? PROMs are generally used to programmable read-only memory. For example, the chips or the boards which are used in all electrical components like some cell phones or remote TV remotes, panels, control panels all are built with ROM or PROM only. PROM means generally they are programmable, means PROM chips, all these are chips or electronic components. Generally these are used to built for software for a specific type of application, means generally application or program for TV remote or application or program for control panel in a TV or a control panel for AC or refrigerator, like that. So PROM is generally used to programmable read-only memories. These are also used in computers to store all the data or information about motherboards. What is a motherboard? Motherboard is also electrical electronic device. It is having all the interfaces or connections to the all the hardware components of a computer. Generally these hardware components are connected with some bus or cables, and these buses are connected directly to the slots available in the motherboard to transfer data and to and from the CPU to the device, IO device. So PROMs are small chips or memories. These are also used to store data and information permanently. Like examples are BIOS information. BIOS means basic input output information on a computer. So whenever you buy a new computer, all your input output devices or all your hardware component information is generally stored in BIOS or chips. Generally these chips are built with PROMs. So what are the BIOS or PROM? Generally PROMs are programmable read-only memory, contains all BIOS information like vendor information or manufacturing information, who manufactures or who developed the motherboard, what are the different types of chips available, or what are the different types of technologies used, and what are the number of slots used, number of IO devices, input output devices, number of USB drives, monitor type, keyboard type, mouse type, slots, and various CD-ROMs, DVDs, USB slots, printer drives, printer slots, serial ports, parallel ports. All this information is generally stored in motherboard only. What is the hard disk capacities and hard disk types, and primary memory, main memory, memory of a computer, and what are the printer slots or parallel ports. All these things are generally means the information, the entire information of a computer is generally stored in BIOS, and this BIOS is made up with PROM chips only. So second type of ROM is EEPROM. EEPROM means erasable programmable read-only memories. Generally they also use it to these are also chips, one type of chips, and they are built with the same technologies. Generally these are used to made with you want to update some information on it, means generally these chips are built with some updatable versions, means we can write as many types as possible. Similarly we can write and erase, we can write and erase the data or information as many number of times as possible. So the type of chips are called as erasable programmable read-only memories or EEPROMs. Generally these chips are the data or information from these chips are generally erased or deleted by using some ultraviolet rays or UV rays. So what are programmable PROMs? Programmable read-only memories and erasable programmable read-only memories. Programmable read-only memory PROM and erasable programmable read-only memories. Programmable read-only memories are also they are also permanent memories used to write or store data or information permanently. Examples are BIOS of a computer or basic information of a computer. Erasable programmable read-only means by using this we may erase it, the data or information, and rewrite it as many number of times as possible as we may use. So another type of memories are flash memories. Further flash memories, there are many types of other types of memories also there, like cache memories, flash memories, like that. So what are flash memories? Flash memories also very high. All these are secondary storage devices. They are having very high storage capacities. Generally these flash memories are used in digital cameras and video recording devices, like that, to store large amount, to use large amount of data or information with high quality video and audio performance. So flash memories are very high storage capacities. Non-volatile means permanent. Non-volatile means permanent, not permanent. Permanent means they are permanently stored. In system read and write means generally the flash memories are having two types of parts. First one is flash drive and flash card. Flash, by using some USB device we simply insert the flash chip or flash memory chip or flash card into the USB device, and we can read and write and delete, update, whatever it may be. Generally they consume slow power, means they consume very low power consumption, and they are very high speed data fast operation, means the data transfer, means input output, the transfer of input output is very high speed, means generally they may use USB 2 and USB 3 technologies for transferring files from your flash card to main memory or a secondary memory. Cost effective means generally they are also very less cost, having very cheap and less cost also. So another type of memory is cache memories. Cache memories are also very high speed memories. Generally these memories, cache memories, are placed in between a processor and primary memory, in between a processor and a primary memory, to reduce the speed mismatch between IO devices and processors. Why? Because generally in computers there are different components like processor, IO devices, memories. Generally, input output devices, all input output devices have very less data transfer rate, means they can work on a slow platform. Memories, say primary memory or main memories are very working fast. Secondary memories are generally working some less fast, and so cache memories are generally placed in between a processor or a CPU and a IO devices, or in between a CPU and a processor, like that. So what are other storage devices? What are the other storage devices used? Means they are also called as secondary storages. They are also called as secondary storages or secondary auxiliary storage devices. They are also called as secondary storages or auxiliary storage devices. Means there are many types of secondary storage devices or auxiliary storage devices are available. Magnetic examples are magnetic hard disks, floppy disks, zip drives, tapes, magnetic disks, magnetic drums, magnetic USB drives or pen drives, flash drives. There are many such type of secondary devices are used. All you know that. So hard disk. What is a hard disk? Hard disk is a very high storage secondary storage device, generally used to store all your data, information, applications, programs, sounds, audio, video files, like that. And one more thing, operating systems are generally loaded into the main memory or a primary memory of a computer. Operating systems are also loaded. What is an operating system? Operating system is an application program or application software. Generally it is used to run your computer or initiate your computer or to run. It is generally used as an interface between hardware and the user end. Operating systems are generally used as an interface in between hardware and user components, user ends and hardware components, So all the operating systems are generally used to store in memories, primary memory or main memories only. So what are the different types of secondary storages or secondary media? Hard disks, floppy drives, zip drives, tapes, magnetic disks, magnetic drums, USB drives like pen drives, flash memories, like that. So we discuss one by one here. And there are many other types also, like CD-ROMs, DVD-ROMs, and write ones, CD read write, DVD read writes, and CD write, CD read write, and the DVD ROMs. All these things are secondary storage devices. So okay, we will continue in the next class.